Today, I am briefing about my transformation from 2000 to now. Applies to sustainable farming. I come from a farming family and have been connected with agriculture since childhood. During a family financial crisis after my intermediate education, I worked as an agricultural laborer during holidays with the support of my mother and continued my education up to postgraduate level. This experience gave me confidence, resilience, dignity of labor, and deep gratitude to farmers and agriculture. The support of my husband and his sister family after my marriage in 2002 further strengthened my journey, and in 2006 I joined JNTU Anantapur College of Engineering Pulvindula as an assistant professor. From personal prosperity to holistic prosperity. 20 years ago, or 25 years ago, I understood prosperity is mainly as having sufficient physical facilities, comfort, a good job, and a financial security for myself and my family. My aspiration was to study well, secure a good position, and create a comfortable life. After joining as an assistant professor in 2006, my understanding gradually expanded. I began sharing surplus books, clothes, and other useful resources with people in needy and contributing small amount to organizations working for social welfare. Later, my aspiration expanded towards contributing at a broader societal level through awareness programs and meaningful education, sustainable farming, environmental conservation, and healthy food habits. At that stage, however, I realized that my approach was largely information oriented. Only I am giving the information. I was communicating what I knew rather than enabling people to explore and understand for themselves. My participation in UHG programs during the pandemic brought a deeper transformation through self exploration and validation in living. I understood that prosperity is not limited to physical facilities or personal achievements. It has to be realized at all four levels: individual, family, society, and nature existence. Therefore, my proposal is to nurture right understanding and inner harmony in the individual, mutual happiness and prosperity in the family, trust and cooperation in society, and harmony and coexistence with nature existence. I now prefer sharing proposals rather than preaching, enabling students, faculty, and members of society to explore themselves, understand relationships, and develop competence for holistic living. Conscious choices for healthy living. Regarding this, I increasingly question my everyday choices. I'm nurturing or harming? This has influenced both my family practices and the programs I organize. Although my children and I were not dependent on television, we consciously removed the TV from our home in 2015. Due to increasing summer temperatures, we purchased an air conditioner very recently in 2023. Up to that, we have no AC too. even though now, but our intention is to use it only during periods of extreme heat and avoid unnecessary consumption. Food is another area where I consciously apply this reflection. We grow fresh organic fruits and vegetables in our home garden, and I try to promote healthy food habits in the programs too, which I organize. I have moved towards serving fruits, nuts, and nutritious food instead of commonly served items such as samosas, puffs, and cakes. Thus, I am trying to ensure that what I offer to others is consistent with what I consider nurturing for myself and my family and society. From awareness to participation and sustainability. My present focus is to convert awareness into action through participation, environmental protection, plastic reduction, plantation, sustainable living, and SDG oriented activities have become important areas of my work. I try to create opportunities where students, faculty, and society can not only receive information but also explore responsibilities and participate in meaningful activities. I continuously ask myself, am I a problem or a solution? This question helps me examine how I use my time, competence, and resources. Every day, I try to spend time nurturing my garden and small nursery, planting local edible species, watering plants, using organic manure, and natural soil, and observing their growth. With this, I am getting a lot of happiness. I overcome stress from that too. The presence of birds, insects, flowers, fruits, and vegetables in the garden, in my home garden, gives me a deeper experience of interconnectedness with nature. I also continue to contribute to farming during holidays, along with my husband, my kids, who is dedicated to natural farming. My husband is uh, much fond of farming and he is dedicated to do the agriculture work. I try to encourage young farmers who are becoming discouraged because of increasing expenditure and uncertainties in agriculture. Though participation, I am attempting to connect sustainability, scientific temper, human values, and practical skills. Sharing surplus fruits, vegetables, pulses, and other resources with other is another expression of prosperity from my side. It reduces waste, supports relationship, and creates an opportunity to experience generosity and gratitude in practice. How I'm interconnecting relationship, gratitude, and mutual fulfillment. My understanding of relationship is also changing. I am exploring the idea that the other is similar to me and we are complementary to each other. Therefore, I wish to move from dominance towards relationship, from expectation towards mutual fulfillment, and from judgment towards right evaluation. I try to build relationships through sharing, discussion, trust, participation, and doing together. When students or faculty approach me with expectations or concerns, various expectations or various concerns, I'm trying to respond with greater patience and right evaluation rather than tension. Instead of simply providing solutions, I interact with them to explore their concerns, improve their competence, and help them recognize their responsibilities. For example, when students come with a list of rights, I encourage them through exercises and discussions to explore the corresponding responsibilities too. I have observed that a small group of participants who come with a specific purpose and willingness to explore can create a larger positive impact when they are properly supported and handheld. I also try to bring these values into the way programs are organized. Instead of flower bouquets wrapped in plastics, I encourage alternatives such as fruit buckets and biodegradable materials. In this way, what was previously explained in the classroom is increasingly being implemented through participation in real solutions. Gratitude as a way of being and doing. Gratitude for me is a becoming more than an expression. It is recognition of the contribution of the people, society, nature to my life. I express special gratitude to the farming community whose hard work and resilience have shaped my life. My own experience of working in agriculture fields during a period of family difficulty taught me perseverance, dignity of labor, and respect for nature. Continuing to participate in the farming is therefore also my way of expressing gratitude to nature. Similarly, sharing what is available with others, whether knowledge, resources, fruits, vegetables, at time, is an expression of compassion, generosity, and relationship. I'm learning that prosperity can be experienced not merely through accumulation, but through sharing and mutual enrichment. My continued self exploration helped me recognize the interconnectedness of self, family, society, and nature. I therefore propose to cultivate bravery to act bravery to act rightly, compassion towards others, generosity in sharing, gratitude for contributions, and responsibility towards nature. My continuing proposal, my UHV journey is still an ongoing process of learning and transformation. I do not consider my understanding complete. Rather, I see education as a continuous process of knowing, exploring, validating, practicing, and improving. My proposal is to remain attentive to my desires, thoughts, feelings, relationships, and actions, and to continuously verify them through natural acceptance. I wish to maintain harmony within myself, nurture my family, build trusting relationship in society, and contribute to the enrichment of nature and existence. I will continue to integrate right understanding, right feeling, right evaluation, human values, scientific temper, competence, environmental responsibility, and sustainable practices into my personal life, profession, and social activities. My motivation is very clear: mutual happiness and mutual prosperity at all four levels, that is, individual, family, society, nature, and existence. I wish to retain my unique identity while contributing positively wherever I am through my family, profession, society, nation, and nature. For me, the journey is therefore a moment from awareness to understanding, from understanding to practice, from dominance to relationship, from consumption to responsible living, and from individual prosperity towards holistic prosperity and mutual fulfillment. This is the proposal I wish to continue exploring